Hey guys, it's me, your girl Chris. This is episode 142 of Shenanigans with Friends. And as you can see, I'm back with a friend. And this is a friend that I feel like you guys should know. And if you don't, please go back and listen to that episode. I will make sure that I post it somewhere. So fun, so cute. Look at her. Hey, Boonie.
Hey, baby. Hey, how y'all doing? Hello, universe. Hello, world.
Right? Happy Valentine's Day.
To you too, baby. I'm so glad we did this
You.
today. It's so much love. It's so much love.
I know. So, I want it's been a really long time since we talked, so I'm just gonna take this time for you to go ahead and tell everybody about everything that's changed because it's changed a
God.
little bit,
Oh my God.
right?
Okay.
Has it not changed a little bit?
I
Like,
mean, more than a little. Let's get into it.
let's talk about it. Boonie,
Okay.
what's up?
I appreciate you and I appreciate your platform. Shout out to Shenanigans with Friends. Absolutely. Well, everybody, I am still Boonie Tha God. Understand that. Recording and performing artist, obviously out of Chicago, Illinois.
Whoop, whoop.
I had boop boop. Wait, hold on.
You
Can I do this?
know.
Let me see. Hold on.
The Chicago, nigga.
Listen, and that's the title of the episode. Like, what's good? Like,
Perfect. So I kind of embarked on a couple of different ventures. One just being a independent artist, I noticed that when I'm trying to, get it together, get the paperwork together, really, really be legit, that it was a lot of stuff that I was missing. I was missing a lot of stuff. So I paid about 3 people to teach me everything that they knew. So now I'm also an artist developer. There
come
is
on.
there is nobody that's about to get played by the industry, by the labels, fucking with me. You understand that? So yeah.
Listen.
So I've already had some Sony A&R saying, "Yo, you gonna fuck around, put us out of business." Good, because that's the
Listen.
whole point. They're no longer necessary. You see what I'm saying? So we're trying to make them obsolete. But that's one venture that I'm doing. The second venture, because
Let's
obviously,
go.
because
The Chicago, nigga.
Come on.
really great.
Listen, let me tell you how you've glowed up like since the last time we talked, and you were already the shit, Booney. Like, oh my goodness.
Thank
Like,
you, baby.
so go
Thank you,
ahead.
baby.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
So I don't know if you go into Sharks or when you in the city, you go to Sharks or you go to Captain Hooks or whatever the case may be,
Mm-hmm.
and you see
Mm-hmm.
them taffy grapes,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
baby.
That's you, boo.
So we right here in Nashville, moved to Nashville about 2 years ago. They are
Mm-hmm.
blowing up and exploding. Niggas here ain't never had nothing like it. I'm talking about mouth
Right.
mouth explosions on the daily. They don't know what to do.
I love that. I love it.
Yes. I am actually right now on the set of the Drip or Dry music review show, and that
Something else that she's doing now. Like,
I'm
come
gonna
on,
I'm gonna
listen.
try to speed it up. But we go live every day at noon, and on Fridays and Sundays we go live twice a day. So what we do on that show is we write unreleased music only to get the artist ready for the release. If you go through Facebook and you type in music review shows, you'll see everybody just taking your little $5 for your skip. Bitch got her titties out. She don't know nothing about music. She can't really help you pursue a career or go further in your career. So
Mm-hmm.
we got CEO Duck and we got yours truly. We go step by step, bar by bar, break your shit down and let you know how to fix the song.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and I run artist development through the show. Shout out to all my clients, to all the new people that's interested. But yeah, it's getting big. It's
You
getting
know, you said something that I know people that do music reviews, but they're just kind of critiquing it as a person. And I'm not saying that they don't have any experience in the music
yeah.
industry, but the way that the critique comes out, it's as if like, oh, I don't like this song because. And
Mhm.
from what you just said, is you like, bitch, I don't like this song, but let me tell you how I'm gonna like it now.
Exactly.
Like,
I am
and
the
I
pit
fuck with
bull
that.
on the show. Can't nobody talk shit on the show but me. Can't nobody get in your ass on the show but me. But I do it with love and I do it with passion. And what I
Mm-hmm.
noticed at first, I was a little nervous, but now everybody really fucking with it because they realize if you got a seat full of yes man, how you finna grow? Let me be your no
Not
nigga. I'm finna be your
listen.
no nigga. So yeah, that's the plan, Stan.
Oh man, I'm so excited. I love when I like reconnect with people like after a while and like you're not the same. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, that's
I
supposed to
love
be
that.
how that go.
It really is. It really is. I love that. I love that. Okay, I'm so excited for everything that you're doing. Oh my
Thank you
goodness.
so much, and I appreciate this opportunity. Absolutely.
No problem. I'm gonna try to. It's noon central, huh? Your show?
Yes, Central Time.
Okay, that's early for me, but I'm gonna try to pop in one day.
I
Girl,
mean,
I
the
ain't gonna
most
tell
I
you what
can do,
time I
I
woke
can
up today.
tag you. I can tag you, and then when you do get up, then you
I
just
can
go
see
ahead
it.
and
There
skim
you
through
go.
it. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah,
There you
we
go.
will leave you out.
I appreciate y'all. But shout out to your co-host, everything. I'm so
Let me get it.
excited. I love this
you,
shit.
baby.
Listen, okay, let's go ahead and get into why we're here. Of course, you guys know the show. I'm about to talk shit, so let's get into it. It's Valentine's Day. So excited. I feel like I wanted to bring in this and asking you, did you have a bad Valentine's? But see, I don't really have one. Like,
Bad Valentines will be like no Valentines or completely forgotten about. Right? Like to me,
exactly.
that's the bad Valentine's for me. Is it the significant other has no intentions on celebrating this extremely commercialized holiday.
Right,
Oh,
exactly.
let me see
No,
something.
you're fine.
Am
But so I found a BuzzFeed article
yes.
that just a bunch of just sad stories, and like I didn't want to like necessarily get into all of them, but like we're talking about proposals. One of the stories was about a girl who had no intention on like really like even looking or thinking about the next level with this fool, and he's across the table from her with a ring box, and she's losing her shit.
She
Then
fucking around, put her on the right hand.
she said, but it looks so good on this one though. Like, it's okay over here, but like, wow. Like, because I be writing with my right hand. Everybody gonna see that shit. Like, she legit put that shit on her right hand.
Absolutely.
And broke that little boy's heart. This also kind of made me think about, I've seen another influx, and it happens like 3 or 4 times a year, where I see this influx of like bitches on their knees proposing to people.
And then they get completely rejected. Completely rejected.
Now sometimes they don't, because I've seen a lot of dudes say yes, which is very strange to me. I mean, but whatever, no judgment, like however you get it. But like there was a video and I was like, damn, like there's a dude that finally like didn't just like conform to the cameras and shit. Like he turned around and was like, he was just like, bitch, I know, like, bitch, I know that you're not eye level with me right now. Like, are you really down there?
You gotta give them the ladies some credit on the real. I mean, like, we don't really want to wait for them. You know what I mean? And if we got strong feelings, then we really should be able to move on them feelings. It's just you got to toss it up in the air. I mean, I feel like if you want ask, you should at least gauge. You feel me? The situation before you really, really buy the ring. You know what I mean?
I just don't know. Like, I don't know. Like,
you wouldn't ask. You wouldn't get on one knee. You ain't on one knee.
I don't see that. Like, and I love this nigga. Like, and I cannot like my knees don't even like my legs is real straight. I can't. Like, I just can't do it. Like,
they don't bend
now
that way.
That doesn't mean. And see, but then on the other side, it's like, well, I'm not gonna wait for. Damn. Okay. Are we blocking our blessings? Right?
Exactly.
Because like if you don't get on your knee, right? And then it's now we talk about 6 years later, and now you like at this point where like, should I leave? Should I go?
Exactly.
And then you go, but then see me, I just feel like if you let,
maybe not on one knee, but that's for them. But I feel like as women, if we're really going to take that big step, then we should be creative in our own right and do it a whole different type of way, like a gender reveal. You know what I'm saying? We should really go in and do something totally different and really surprise them. But at the same time, I think men react a little different than we do. So maybe publicly ain't the way to go.
That's the way. Publicly, look up in the sky. I wrote you a message, like that kind of stuff. But like I just feel like visually the like idea of like being in public and the girl is on the ground and the nigga is like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's
Exactly. I
I
know we
don't
ain't
want my
into
dude.
traditional gender roles no more, but damn.
Right, but come on, like
Right,
you're right,
right.
you're right. He could freak out if he wants to, I guess. Like I don't know. Oh my god! So I just wanted to briefly touch by that. Do you have any plans this year or tonight or?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I might get a
Mhm.
little deep. I'm gonna try not to.
Okay.
I'm not into the day because I feel
Okay.
like if you're gonna love me, you're gonna love me every damn day. You're not
Mm-hmm.
about to pick a day where it's popular to love me or to shower
Right.
me with gifts or to do nice things for me or to freak me real good. You're not, that's not going to be a day on a calendar. That's going to be fused into the
Listen.
relationship. So actually what I asked my boyfriend is instead of celebrating Valentine's Day, go half with me on this LLC.
Come on. I hear
He
you.
agreed.
I hear you.
It's
I
going
love
up.
it. Oh, it's
I
very
need
up,
some I
bitch.
can
I love
use. I'm
it.
sorry. You can keep the chocolate
Listen,
flowers die. I'm
roses
good.
die. Like I hear it. Listen, I love that shit. I know.
Do you have any
I'm
what's
not
you doing?
really.
Because you said I love this nigga. You buy him some roses? What's up? What's going on
I
over?
mean, I don't really like that shit. Like, I'm gonna get him a like his favorite alcohol. Like, like I am in love with a hood nigga. Like, this nigga don't need that much.
Low maintenance.
Like lowest of low maintenance. So like I be having it easy. Like, so again, like you said, this shit is like basically like a everyday thing. Like today,
Exactly.
like I'm doing this and I got some other stuff I gotta do after. He has to work in a couple hours. So we'll probably do something tomorrow, like
Yeah.
or whatever. Just because
It's nothing to stress for real. Like if it's
it's our
already
both our off days.
in there, then you don't really
Yeah.
have to make this a big deal unless you're being neglected. Then he like, oh, happy Valentine's Day.
Right.
You good on that.
The one story in the BuzzFeed article about the bitch that went all out and this nigga gave her a plastic bag with a shirt that he had that she left at his house
With
or some
her own shirt, and then yeah, you can borrow my shirt too. What type of dick are you smoking?
What? Not even in a plastic bag. Like
I hope it wasn't a Walmart bag.
I know it wasn't washed. I know it was just balled up in the bag.
Right
Oh
up,
my
wrinkle.
god. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna leave my final thought about this as my one up for the week. So we'll move on. Let's talk about speaking of shit on the internet, I guess. This is not new, right? Bitches have been loving Method Man since time been, right?
He's lovable.
He is, right? But like we're in 2022 where other niggas on the internet are so pressed that they have to I'm about to break it all down. You had to download this image of this nigga, upload it to a fucking program, pay for Photoshop probably. Like you had to do a lot of stuff to
he got the trial subscription.
He said, I'm about to do this in the 7 days, call these people and cancel this shit. He sat and took the time to Photoshop a picture of Method Man without a beard to then post it on his Twitter account and be like, basically like this your king.
Like this shoe? Still?
Everybody was in
now?
a fucking uproar. Bitches is like, I can't believe he did that. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, Method Man had to come and be like, you are so pressed, my nigga. Like, who does this? Who does this? Where are we in society where, like, you liking a nigga is frustrating another nigga on the internet that you're not even talking to so bad that he must, like, make this nigga less appealing to you?
He sitting in the corner like, fuck that goddamn Method Man.
He said, click, 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 click.
You know? And then what makes it so bad is that it wasn't even like a clean shave. It looked like there was a Method Man mouth on a mask that nigga put on.
I hate those masks, bitch. Like, I literally hate those masks.
Like, you seen the Steve Harvey one, right? Where he
Yes.
put his own mask on. One of them.
Yes.
One of them.
That is what it looks like. Like, so not only are you out here trying to but what is the purpose? What is the purpose? Do you think that by posting this picture of a naked face man, it's gonna get bitches in your D? I just don't understand what was
My
the point.
question is, how much is Method Man on your mind, sir?
That's what I'm saying. But how long was that picture on your screen while you was doing all of this? Like,
seriously, at least 3 days, because you knew he didn't know how to use the program unless it would have been smooth. So he had to go to YouTube, look up a tutorial while that shit sat up there, ask the professionals a question in the live chat. Come on.
I'm trying to remove.
Don't do that to me. Oh man, that was
funny. Oh my goodness. People are so pressed on the internet. I know that like we love the internet for all the good things that it does, but it is definitely like damaging people.
Oh, it's detrimental. It's detrimental, period.
Like, why not, instead of doing all that, why not being like, damn, bitches like beards? Let me grow a beard. Like, what are we doing?
Board.
Like, what are we doing? I literally can't get over how long the picture was up on his fucking phone, like screen while he was on that shit.
Is there a rehab for that gentleman? Can we get him some help?
I photoshopped Method Man's face. Hi, like.
Right, exactly. Like, hi, my name's Jerome. Hi, Jerome.
And now you're forever, right. And now you're forever known as the dude that faked the Method Man picture, and
he gonna have to change his profile photo on Twitter. He gonna have to change the name, so can't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody gonna be looking at that and then trying to go to Twitter to look dude up. But even bad publicity is good publicity. So he could get tons of followers now, and everything will get retweeted because everybody's waiting on him to Method Man up again. So hopefully he don't fuck with Redman after this, because Redman is a real nigga. Redman don't come out. He's still living in an apartment. Redman don't come out to this motherfucker.
I'm about to say, this nigga will be knocking on your door like, this you? Like,
straight up and down.
With the black in his ear, like, please no. Like,
half lit, look, still smoking, don't give a fuck. Hold on, bro.
So you mean to tell me?
No, look at this, Smack. Look at this, Smack.
Right. This is you. You did this. Like, I don't. So, okay. So speaking of things that have put the internet in an uproar, Nelly drops a video. Here, you know what? Fuck it. Y'all know what the fuck the video was, right? I shouldn't have to tell y'all. Go look it up. Why do bitches on the internet be acting like all they do is take anacondas? Like, that's the first question. Second question, why was it so dry? Third question, is he okay? Like,
shit.
Sorry, I just these are things that's on my mind all week.
To lubricate your mouth.
Like,
just the act. Okay. Now, when it comes to the supposed anaconda taking, okay. Now, we about 3.5 to 4 inches deep up in there, right?
Right.
I don't know about you, but I appreciate girth over length. Girth will get the job done, okay? Length will just piss me off because I can't do very many positions. So it's just I'm just saying, I ain't got that big of an ass. So when you're really getting into it, I mean, I genuinely feel like anything like that is not ever really a mistake. How when you scrolling through and you finna post a story, you don't see your butt naked dick?
Well, not butt naked dick though.
But like, dick.
It was.
I know you know your dick.
But so, like, was he like scrolling and he fell asleep? Like, what happened? Because like, I have done that, right? It'll be like 3 a.m. and like I'll be like scrolling through something, and then like I'll fall asleep and I'll wake up and I'll like see that there's like and it don't be like nothing, but it'll just be like something it looked like I was about to post it, or it'll say like, I don't know, just like stuff I've hit like just from falling asleep. Yeah. But like,
this was legit. And you have to confirm the story because you got to go and scroll on there and click. You feel what I'm saying? So this, because I know the process makes me believe. makes me believe that he might have an album coming out soon or some type of project. You know, they do that. You know, these publicity stunts, like in real life, it's just a dick. Well, grown woman ain't seen one. But if you got something going on, and I mean, this is I'm talking as an artist. I've been thinking about putting out a sex tape myself.
Listen, just to get it popping. I hear it. Listen, but like, it's just, I hate the internet because instead of talking about the real issue, which was the terrible head she was giving, we are now trying to make a man feel bad for having
About
a
something he
normal
can't
size
control.
dick. But that's a normal, like, how many inches is it, bitch? 3 to 4, bitch. So, like, in all reality, and anybody who's ever, like, and this is why I be thinking bitches be on the internet lying. Like, if you've ever really fucked with a nigga with that big of a dick, first of all, it's lazy. Second of all, it's not, like, we're not even, half of it's out of commission. Like, I don't have nowhere for you to put that. Like,
exactly. We got this much from the shaft, just doing whatever.
It doesn't matter how many children I have. It don't matter how many dicks I've rode in my life. The space is the same fucking
it's
space.
Exact same.
But these are the same people that be saying niggas be stretching out their vaginas and shit. Like, that's
right. But see, at the same time, like, when women are saying, oh my God, it's so little, and oh my God, I need this and I need that. Like, I don't think they saying what they think they saying. To me, you saying, hi, I don't have no walls.
Hi, I've got a never-ending vagina.
You know, a never-ending vagina. Hi, I'm a low-key porn star. Hi, you know what I mean? Like you're not saying what you think you're saying, because a real woman gonna know the reality of the situation. I'm good on 5 to 6 in real life. Give me a thick one and I'm
real life.
Yes,
like
we only 7.
With a good conductor. Like, what is he saying? Like,
wait, that's right.
Like, I just can't. And it's just like, I don't know. You niggas is worried about the wrong stuff. Like,
the wrong things.
Somebody
needs to give her head lessons. What that lady with the grapefruit and shit.
I don't want to like do a like example of what she was doing, but it was just a lot of like, it was giving me Tootsie Roll, Tootsie Pop like commercials, like vibes.
A 1, a 2, a 3.
That's all I heard. Like,
no emotion.
Like, what is happening? Like,
and I hope he ain't.
And then she was doing all of this to make it like look like she was doing something.
For other, he getting knuckle burn,
Indian burn. I can't
straight up and down.
Native American burn. I don't know how you
Native American. Let's be PC. Native American.
You know
burn.
what I'm saying? Like,
Indigenous people burn. I don't know what it's called. No shade, no right.
Whatever it is. No shade, whatever it was, that's what she was giving. And I don't know. So now, you know, Nelly had to apologize and shit. And like we said, these things seem very intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Does a apology fix the fact that it's out? Like, I don't even know that I would say anything. Like, if my sex tape,
I just leave it out. What you gonna say?
Did you like it?
Right. I mean, if you ain't like the way she did it, you want to come do it better. What do you say?
Like, what
you know
do
what I mean?
Like, right. Exactly.
And I think on some real, like, I think that it's going to be some women that really feel compassion for him. Like, oh man, Nelly's such a good person. He don't deserve that dry head. Let me come and show you.
He probably got Air Force Ones. Like, he didn't deserve that. He gave us "Give Me 2 pair." Like, he didn't deserve it. Like,
poor Nelly.
Introduce us to country grammar. Like, he deserves more.
He probably need a bitch with some country grammar to go ahead and get down on that thing, huh?
Right. Ooh, child. That girl is worried about her edges, and I hate that for him. So let's move on. Speaking of freaky shit, I guess one of the 4 guys from Pretty Ricky. What the fuck happened? First of all, we talk about Baby Blue though. I'm not ever saying that there was a fine ass nigga in that group. But what the fuck happened to Baby Blue? Like, they're not even making music for you to be eating this good. Like, what is happening?
You feel me? I mean, it's got to be a fast food restaurant job he got on the side part time during the pandemic remote. I don't know what's going on.
Not a remote restaurant. Bitch, you are killing me. Listen, your
Maybe good
boy Baby
investments.
Blue.
Maybe food
Maybe.
stamps. I don't know.
We all had them at one point. Listen.
Exactly.
So
$196.
I'll take it all. Okay, so your boy Baby Blue, he is headed to jail. We remember when the pandemic first started and everybody was jumping on those PPP loans. He was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not he has a real company or not, beyond me, I have no answers. But he's going to jail. And here's the thing. This is what's kind of killing me about it is that this nigga is going to jail for 20 months and he is acting like this nigga is going on death row and he will never see the light of day again.
I will never throw my own going away party.
Bitch, a last supper. He called it a last supper. Bitch, are you so okay? All right. Okay. Because I'll never eat again.
You feel me? Then to turn around and say, I'm going to be cool because I'm going to just get swole like Gucci. Like, you could do that now. You could have been did that outside. You don't got to wait to get in the yard to go ahead and start lifting some weights up, sir. I mean, damn.
That's the only reason. That's the only way niggas think they can get.
Like, I can't wait to go to jail and get that Gucci body. If you only knew it was a clone, stop.
Listen. He came out. He's like, look, I'm about to have his last supper. He invited all his homies. He had a little deep ass Instagram post. You know what I'm saying? Like, say all my farewells as I surrender myself to prison. Like, you are not gonna be gone that long. By the time you're out, we're gonna literally forget that you went to jail.
But you know what I think? I think that for a lot of guys that's a rite of passage. You know, I feel like literally they're like, oh yeah, it's my turn. Like to prove the hardness or to prove like the realness or you know what I mean?
But it's Baby Blue like from you Pretty Ricky.
That's what I'm saying. Like you wasn't hard. So this might be a really, really big deal for dude because I mean he just can't freak him up music. So he like I just kind of want to prove that I'm a real nigga out here in these
right. So he come out with some new music and a new body and he gonna
write the whole time he in there. He's still gonna be singing song and that shit. You can't do that in jail. You can't sing the same songs in that motherfucker. You better switch some lyrics up, nigga. Do a remix or something. I wanna sex you.
Like Pretty Ricky really had a whole generation of niggas humping ottomans, and I'll never forgive them for that.
Man, awkward.
It was very awkward.
They all had high booties. It was weird.
They did. You always see like the bunched up boxers on some bitch.
Straight up, look, all of them was blue boxes. High booties, no shirt on. They ain't even had the audacity to oil up first. It just dry chest.
Ashy. rubbing against that ottoman furniture, nigga. I cannot. So man, listen, if y'all want to write for this nigga or something so he can hurry up.
Y'all gonna be able to look him up on inmates.com real soon.
Listen, you really will be able to. Here's my thing. Ain't Spectacular like an investor or something? Like
he's supposed to be.
What? And he ain't go to jail, so he got to be doing something at least. He got
to at least have a blueprint. You couldn't have shared it with Baby Blue's ass,
or be like, "Hey, Baby Blue, don't send that application in like,
just yet. Let me proofread it or something." You know,
run it by here. I'm gonna let my people look at it, and I'm gonna send it back to you.
How many people do you like? Personally know, you don't gotta name no names, but how many people do you personally know that that signed up for that and received it? Anybody?
Truly, I don't. Yeah. Like personally, like I really don't. But apparently, like that shit was very rampant in the streets.
It's global. On some real shit, and
like,
again,
honestly,
Baby
like,
ass.
I'm such a nervous ass person. Like I wouldn't have even been able to go through with that. Like because it's literally called a fucking paycheck protection. Like I'm not paying nobody for nothing. Like
exactly.
So I'm already like I'm already freaking out. Like
exactly. But on top of that,
I'm the only employer in my fucking shit.
When it comes to bailing a business out, dude got either 24 million or 2.4. It was a big ass number. And I know you had to fill out multiple applications to get
24 million.
$24 million. So this was not he was trying to hit a lick. He like, well, I'm gonna keep going and keep going and keep going. He energized her bunny that ass. And now they gonna energize the bunny his ass.
Hopefully he gets swole first.
He gonna have to. He can't go in there chunky fluffy like that. He's soft.
Oh man. Yeah, that's what they like. I don't know. So all right.
Good luck to you. Get the commissary you need.
Listen, but it was the Last Supper for me. Like, but maybe it's because he about to go get skinny and he not about to be eating like that no more. Maybe that's why.
Maybe you know he gonna have to eat bologna sandwiches with no bologna. I don't know. I don't know how they eat in there. Rice Krispie treats. What do they eat? I don't know.
I don't know. Like mushed up Doritos and like. Shit,
see, now that's the thing I want to get into. Mm-hmm. The guys that's in jail and they be cuisining it. You know, if anything, he should come out a 5-star master chef. Whole nother career. Fuck music.
Working only out of Tupperwares and plastic bags, like
and Cheeto bags, baby. Let's get it.
you gotta crunch it up and give it that. But my thing is, what are spreads that good that niggas be coming out of jail and still making them though? Like, because you have like a whole refrigerator now. Like, you don't need to live like this. You don't have to cut up Slim Jims.
I think it's conditioned because they swear by that shit. They're like, no, it tastes the same. You know what I mean?
They really do. And like, listen, I'm from a place where like we will jazz up or ghettoify some noodles. So like we get real close to that shit. You know what I'm saying? We get very close. I'm not gonna lie, like,
because I have absolutely put Parmesan and Caesar sauce and Doritos.
I will put some Flamin' Hots in my fucking shit so fast, bitch.
I went to John Corn. That's all the fuck I ate.
Listen, so
it was jailhouse Cheetos.
So hood niggas and bitches is not far removed from the spreads, but like
I think it might be hereditary.
It might be.
Yeah, it's definitely in the DNA. Let's get it.
Oh yeah.
Bitch, I can't breathe. But you're right as fuck. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So everybody wish Baby Blue luck for these 12 days. He's gonna be in jail. And we'll see him when he get out.
He gonna have one fucking birthday.
Listen, I'm sorry. I cannot. All right. Speaking of frauding ass niggas, let's talk about a lady named Karen James. Very, like, what a great name for a bitch that's stealing money from school districts for fucking childhood, early childhood programs and shit. Like, okay, guys. So Little Rock School District in Arkansas, of course, a lady, she ended up pleading guilty to mail fraud after she spent $230,000 in school district funds. Bitch, I didn't even know schools had that much money to be passed around. I thought we were broke. Like niggas are still using fucking books that don't even have Obama in it yet. Like, you know, like where are we getting? It's not even funds?
In color. What's happening?
Where are we getting these funds from? But basically, she used that to aid her personal online shopping. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the things she bought sounds like some shit I would.
Don't give me that card.
I'd like to sit in her $4,000 recliner. I'd like to see what that's like.
Like massage.
I feel like it'd be doing this in the back.
Absolutely.
I hate that she had to return that. Okay, and then also bath rugs and other stuff from Wayfair. Again, my jam. She also spent.
I think you want her life. I think you're a little jealous.
I actually think that I could have done this first. So here's what I'm trying to figure out. What are these 83 unauthorized purchases that total $27,000 through PayPal? What is it? Like, what is it?
fathom. I don't even know because the most I'm doing on was a PayPal purchase is $23, and I'm using Klarna. They broke that shit up.
I was gonna say, and I only pay $6 every 2 weeks. Don't do me like, look,
free shipping. Fuck.
And then this is where I was like, look at her trying to be me, or me wanting to be her. She spent $199,200 on over 2,400 items for Amazon. This bitch is literally the life that I want. Like,
yeah, that's me now, and I don't have it. So
I was gonna say, like, her trying to be me, except like,
hey, it's a box behind you. Is that from Amazon?
Listen, I've spent my money though.
Dead ass.
I'm so mad you saw that, but yes, just got it right before you came in so we could record. Like, he handed it to me, like, it'd be so funny when he'd be looking at me, like, he just be like, handing me shit, like, what the fuck is you doing?
You got a fucking problem. I'm gonna need you to get this fixed.
But see, I just feel like as long as I can like show you how practical the thing is that I bought, then
it's
I wasting
cool.
money?
I try to get rid of my guilt by saying it was okay. So I got this for $11.
It was so cheap. Yeah, I love saying that. Listen,
all
it
the
was
time.
normally $69, and your girl got it for $17. Like, what it like?
That's a deal.
How do you not support this? Like,
unconditional support from me.
Because at the end of the day, like, I'm still thinking about the bottom line. Like, yes, 20 packages came this month, but I only spent
exactly what as opposed to spending. So let's do the math.
Listen, we can pull up some stuff on Amazon and we can go to the real website and see what the difference is. Like, I will prove to you that it's okay that I bought it.
When I read that, I thought about my old high school principal.
Come on.
Because she went there and she got indicted. And her and can I say names?
Like, can you say the school? I don't know.
I'm not gonna say the school name. Okay, I'm not gonna say no names. So her and her assistant principal, I was in a hall going to my locker. Yes. She just came from court, came to school. She's singing, I'm gonna get locked up. They won't let. She joking about it. I'm like, yo, you just stole 100 stacks from this school, and you in the hallway laughing about it with your homegirl. Like, it's real out here. It ain't just Little Rock. It's Chicago, Illinois. Too.
Wow. I mean, honestly, I could see that. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I'm not going to say any names or anything like that, but I'm just going to say that my vice principal / choir director, I don't know. Maybe they didn't catch her. She has some really nice shoes.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Old girl got scot-free. Like, you talking about scot-free? Good lawyers is a motherfucking man.
So she's buying housewares, makeup, clothing, gift cards, pet products, knitting material, all totaling, like I said, over $230,000.
How would you think that nobody would catch you? What do you think would happen with the receipts?
That's what I'm getting into now, because she used 2 cards from the school district, had the thing shipped to her house. Like, listen, how many teachers have you seen order stuff and then have it sent to the school?
They all get it sent to the school. Even when it's not, I mean, personal, not personal. It's a holiday coming up. It's Valentine's Day. Make sure I get this package. Like, come on.
Like when you getting roses and shit. Like, bitch, like, like I know school. 50 books aren't in a package this small. Like,
exactly. So, that's at least 6 thongs from Victoria's Secret. I don't care.
At least 6 for the 6 for 36 and shit.
You feel me? You know it's a sale.
That's the only reason you go. So they're like, look, girl. So she didn't. And what's so crazy is that when they hand you these school district, like, these cards to be able to buy these things or spend these funds on stuff for the school, you have to sign something that says, I'm not going to use this for my personal fucking gain or whatever, and all of the purchases they will be shipped to the school and yada yada yada.
But there's a failsafe. And normally in a situation like this, there's multiple signatures that have to go on something when it comes to, I mean, the receipts, the invoices, whatever the case may be. This is
Before
what
you
I
can
purchased.
even finalize
Exactly. Before you can even say,
exactly.
hey, this is what I want to buy, approve this. Like, where did that system go in all of this?
Unless she was the person approving. Like, I don't know. like
she bought another her and then said, here, bitch, sign off for all of this off of Wayfair. Because you know Wayfair was putting kids in boxes. She bought and she bought her damn self from Wayfair.
She just changed her wig.
Straight
and
up.
Stamped the shit.
Then she got off of Amazon.
They discovered this all the way back in 2018, but they're just now getting around to even thinking about sentencing her. She still won't even be sentenced until later this year. What kind of job is she going to be able to get now? Like, because I feel like the worst thing you could do is fraud like kids and old people. Like,
or like the disabled, you know?
Yeah. Like people who can't really do for themselves for sure. Like,
but it took them 3 years. My thing is, who's looking? Who's behind? Who's the administrator? Who's looking at the paperwork? Like, if somebody did a file audit, they'll be fucked up because it should not take you this long to notice a big asshole like that in the funds.
Like, at least, I mean, at the very minimum, like every year.
You know, fiscal years end, don't they? So at least two fiscal years roll by before anybody was like, "Hold on, excuse me."
Yeah, I went to Karen's house. I went to Karen's house last week. She got a $4,000 recliner
and nothing else. You ain't got nothing else in that room. You like, I just want this. You got everything else going. I just want this. That's fucked up. Don't take away from the kids, man. That's all I'm gonna say. If you wanna ball out, there's other ways of embezzlement. There's money laundering. There's so many different things you can do. Just do not steal from our
Bitcoin on Instagram, whatever you want to do.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get into some crypto. Get some Ethereum. I don't know what you need to do. Just don't take from our future, man.
And that's the thing is that it was a lot of the only reason these cards are given to her was for purchases for early childhood programs. Like, to me, like, that's early childhood be like so fucking important, like in the developmental like portions of like kids' lives. Like, to me, far more important than a lot of other stages in our schooling. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, because those are the formative years. Those are the years where you really do absorb and learn the most. Everything else is just, sorting that shit out for real, kind of adding facts on top of it. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the kids that are in, that are that age are just now getting into the school system. Some of them are on the spectrum. Some of them have autism. You see what I'm saying? So there are a lot of different specifics that are necessary and needed. And she said, "Fuck all y'all kids."
She said, "Fuck them all." I was gonna spend $200,000 on Amazon. Like, oh, okay.
Amazon should have sent her a message like, bitch, you want to stop it?"
Bitch, are you sure? They ask her like 3 times for they be like, all right, bitch, it'll be here in 2 days.
Error message needs to come up.
I mean, unless I'm trying to think of like the positive, unless she is going into these little classrooms and she's teaching niggas how to fraud. Like, where I just have to, like, she had to have given something back to them.
Ain't no balance. Stop trying to find it. Ain't no balance in this bitch. Stop trying to.
All right, kids. So this is what you're gonna do when you go home today.
You're gonna take the quarter. You're gonna flip the quarter, turn it to an 8 mile. You know that's not what we doing.
Yes, like hopefully that's what she was doing.
Talk about hopefully. Stop. Y'all both probably work together. I ain't listening to y'all.
Like, kids, like, I can't write or nothing, but like I'm writing this down. Like,
scribble like a bitch. Understand the shit out your scribble.
Listen, right? Like, okay. Then she said, "Do that." All right, for sure. Okay,
exactly. You know, diagrams. This shit ain't got no words on that motherfucker. All photos.
Just a picture of a hand. Just a picture of a hand in your mama purse and shit. Like, listen. Okay, maybe nothing good came out of this, but she'll be sentenced later this year, and I don't know. I mean, she's gonna have to pay that back. That always gets.
Does she keep her job and pay it back?
I don't. It does. Could you imagine she just fucking being an indentured slave?
That's definitely indentured servitude. Back at it.
Back at it. Back like it never left.
Slavery's a choice.
Oh my God. In this case, that's very factual. Oh, girl, Karen. I don't know, girl. And then I hate that that's your name too. Like, it's really giving me like you are bad news.
It's so apropos. Like, it's perfect. It is perfect.
Oh man. All right. Let's move on. Speaking of school stuff, I don't know if you guys remember this, but a while back, a little black girl was arrested in Florida. I want to say it was in like November. But a little girl was arrested in Florida because she allegedly had made bomb threats against her school. They went to the school, they arrested this girl in front of everybody and threw her in juvenile for like 2 weeks. This week, or last week, the Florida Police Department had to admit that they got the wrong girl, claiming that the real person that did it was another 12-year-old girl, a 7th grader, who had basically fooled them by setting up a fake Instagram account. What do we have to do to get niggas a specific task force to know when a fucking Instagram page is fake?
I mean, they got the fact checkers. They got this is fake news. They got all of these different things that was put in place once Trump got into office, and y'all can't outsmart a 12-year-old girl in the Florida school system. She need to be on the force.
Like, and they were like, oh, well, she has sent threatening messages to herself too. So like that threw us off. Like,
how many phones she got? Was she like,
listen, like how many do not disturb do she have to put on? And she's like,
you ain't got no homework.
Nothing. I think my favorite part of this story is that the police are basically being like, yo, we would have found out sooner if the girl who got arrested, if her parents was like nice to us and had like talked to us and shit when we wanted them to. That's basically what they said. They basically was like that the mom was being unhelpful in their investigation. But bitch, ain't no fucking investigation. You already put my fucking kid in jail. Like,
you did not investigate. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. I have yet to see that. I have yet to see it.
My sister, that will be 30 years old this year, still remembers the weekend she went to juvie, nigga. So I cannot imagine how a 13-year-old feels about being in fucking juvenile for 2 weeks. My sister says they serve you Uncrustables and they still be frozen. I'm not like, it's bad enough I gotta eat this. Like, and it's not even at room temp. I don't know what you she still think about that weekend, nigga. Like, so like the fact that this girl who did not do nothing, like, spent 2 weeks. My sister also got framed by another little girl. Like, but she only went Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Like, we're talking about 2 weeks. 2 whole
I can't imagine it. Like, that's gonna change you.
It has to, especially when you don't even fucking really, you can't even like wrap your mind around why the fuck you're really even there. Right?
Exactly. And actually legitimately being completely innocent. Like that like, right there.
Like literally being like, nigga, I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Right. Nobody clued me in on any of my illegitimacies. I have no idea what's going on.
I'm so sorry. But like, niggas be so quick in investigations to triangulate shit and fucking find IP addresses. Why was that not the first thing we did?
Instagram is now owned by Facebook, obviously. So this is all a part of the metaverse. This is some of the most transparent shit to date. You see what I'm saying? Facebook be like, oh no, this is on Instagram. Instagram be like, well, we got this on. I mean, like, the two platforms immediately talk to each other. And we all know that the CIA, the DEA, and the FBI sit right behind them Facebook monitors, and they look. I mean, so there's no way, unless you just purposely slip through the cracks. Like, I'm just disappointed. I mean, like, not only am I just disappointed in law enforcement, period, but it's like, yo, sometimes you just take shit too far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do your actual job.
And I truly wonder, like, if this was a white girl, would y'all have done y'all jobs
Yeah, I knew
more
you was gonna ask
accurately
that
at the
question. I
beginning?
ain't even
Well,
want to
because
go
I
there.
have to, but I have to though, Boonie. Like, I literally have to. Like, I don't see this being a white girl and they just
There would have
arrest
been a
somebody in the middle of the
full-fledged
school day.
conversation, sit-down mediation session with parents, grandparents, godparents, aunts, and motherfucking uncles. You would have had character
That's what I'm
witnesses come
saying.
to fucking, you know what I'm saying? And
That's
it
what I'm
really would have been
saying.
a thorough process of due diligence. Not on the black girl. She's not gonna
That's what
get
I'm
that.
saying. Like, they would have let everybody go home. They would
Mm-hmm.
have found that IP address. They'd have bust
Mm-hmm.
that little white girl's door down. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that would have been the process. Like,
Exactly.
not like, let's arrest her first, keep her in jail for
In
2
front
weeks,
of everybody.
let her out, and then still not know what's really happening for 3 months. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And this little
And they
girl's
supposed to be
record,
protecting and serving. Cool.
was fucked up until the 28th, like 2 weeks ago, nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
You ain't even
and
hit. You ain't even really. You're not even old enough to get to do the big stuff. You know what I mean? Like that'll traumatize me. I'm like, no, I'm in the house. I ain't going nowhere.
like,
No, I don't want to go to that
because
party. I'm good.
yeah, I'm cool. Cause like the last time I was around a group of 13-year-olds,
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I ended up in juvie. I'm not going back. She probably gonna come out tatted. No, it's okay. Like she's changed. You know,
Listen, like,
I'm just gonna push the positive energy her way and hope that it's healing energy also because you know you could really suffer from stuff like that mentally, and we already
for
don't have a
sure.
place of escape in our community. A lot of our families can't handle their own emotions, let alone our emotions, and children
Right,
don't get listened to any motherfucking way. So I can only imagine.
right,
I can only
right.
imagine.
I'm happy that her mother has got an attorney and she's hitting back
Yes,
because it's one thing for you not to do your job, but it's a whole now I'm mad because now you're trying to tell me that I impeded you from doing your job that would have helped to help my daughter. Like
exactly.
now I
When
have a
I did
fucking
not
problem with
clock in
you.
that day on the fucking force.
Look,
I
I'm
ain't get
not like
overtime, vacation pay, none of that.
none of that. Like, listen, so she's upset and rightfully so. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway,
We gotta do better. We
so
just gotta do better, man.
yeah, so the 12-year-old girl, she got charged, thank goodness. And I'd like to see if she was like a black kid too. I mean, I know that don't really matter, but I'm interested still.
It kind
Um
of matters.
it
Just
kind of
based
does,
off of
like
what we
I be
just said,
trying to.
it kind of
You're right.
matters.
It do kind of matter.
It
It
shouldn't
do
matter,
kind of matter.
but it
Because
does.
I bet you she didn't get arrested at school. But
Mm-mm.
anyway, I mean that's so embarrassing. Like, am I like when my I hope she don't be mad. I'm telling her that. Well, she's 30. It's fine. So like, but like when my sister got, we live in I would say like I don't want to call it the white community, but we live in like the suburbs, right, of Las Vegas. Like when we moved from Chicago, I don't really understand when people move from one city in the hood and move to another city in the hood. So
Yeah,
that's not my ministry. I don't know anything about that. So I left the hood to not be in the hood no more. So
exactly.
we live in a different kind of neighborhood that we grew up in. And so that means instead of it being this many white kids at my school when I was in Chicago, it's this many black kids at the school that we
Mm-hmm.
went to out here. So
Yeah.
for them to have come, they came into her classroom and arrested
Mm.
my sister over some shit she was there, but she did not like. It came out later, but like she wasn't even the person. They said that she had like stole something or they had beat up a girl and stole her shoes off her feet or something. Then they found the shoes in another girl's closet. This is after the weekend they had already put my sister in jail.
Oh my goodness.
So like I can just imagine like how
Yeah.
she felt like being like one of like two black kids in the classroom at that time.
Like what
To
type?
have
I bet the other black people was like, "God damn it!"
Right.
Like,
I mean,
damn, it's
and
us.
she was like, like, yeah, like it's crazy. So I don't know. I feel super bad for her. I hope that her
Absolutely.
mother gets her all the coins, and I hope they
I
do
feel like
something.
she mommy finna get big bank. She is. I mean, because if I'm a black mom, you see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let it
Mhm.
go. I'm gonna pull the race card before you do. I'm gonna make sure it goes down just like that.
All right. So let's move on. Speaking about kids and their parents. Cardi B made her daughter's Instagram private because people are weirdos on the internet. I guess they were being like hateful in the comments and shit like that. I really bring up this story to kind of talk about something else. what is the obsession with celebrities let like these little kids have these Instagrams in the first fucking place?
I know that just from a business standpoint, right? Like once you get the notoriety and you dealing with the fame and stuff like that, everything is branding, right? Everything is supposed to be considered an opportunity. And when you have kids, a lot of them are like, well, some of them are like, I don't want you to see my child. Some of them are like, I'm gonna put you all the way out there. I want, you to get into Baby Gap commercials and
Mm-hmm.
to this and that. But now, I mean, support is all about follows and likes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you can kind of get even more popular through your child, you know. If you got something dropping, the first thing they gonna do is go straight, straight to the baby's page, like to see what the baby got on, or I want my baby to dress like they baby, or some goofy ass shit like that. So I mean, it's always these weird ass reasons, you know what I mean? I feel like for why a lot of kids get exploited, and that be half of the issue, so when you do have a parent that wants to protect the child, I mean, that's a big thing. um your child shouldn't have the page though. You feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm against posting kids on the internet anyway, because it's some fucked up people out here. You know what I mean? So
You're right.
you post your baby, and then you put the location where you at, and then who you with, and then you wonder why your child just got kidnapped. It's some weird shit that goes on. People will triangulate your ass.
True shit though. Like it's true. But that's a good point that you made, because that's the reason why I can't imagine a 3-year-old like me making an account for them solely just based on that. Like, even if, and like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I just feel like if
At
you
all.
are so inclined and you just feel like that, you feel like your kid needs to be on the internet in these ways or manner, then I think that it needs to be through your page. I just don't understand. Like, are we really sacrificing our kids like innocence and like
Let's
safety
let's
and
talk
like
about that.
feelings and emotions? You know what I'm saying? Are we really sacrificing that for likes
We
and
really are.
brands? Like,
We
I hate
really
that for
are.
them.
And I'll give you like a real life example. Now, this is not a celebrity's kid, but
Mm-hmm.
where I work, there's a student, and her baby went viral. I think she's like 3 or 4 years old. And she had
Okay.
come up to the front like, girl, my baby went viral. And all this particular woman cares about is just getting money. You know what I mean? She's like, I just don't want to struggle no more. I think she has like 3 or 4 kids. And the
Okay.
youngest went viral because she said something that was clever, and then somebody else copied it, and some white lady put together this compilation video of all these cute kids, and now your baby is all over the internet and you can't control it. So now she's trying to figure out how to capitalize off of her child going viral so that she does not have to work anymore. It's real. It's very, very real. So I
Bitch,
mean, and that's
I
that's
just
just
let
from
out a
regular nigga standpoint.
strong I just let out a strong Negro spiritual side just then.
It's sad. I mean, but you sitting there with these days, the phone is always in their face. Always in
Mm-hmm.
their face. So they're groomed, right? They're conditioned to think that everything about it is just okay. And I think that that's like a goal for a lot of kids. For real, it's just to be known for nothing.
It is, and I really hate that.
Yeah. You
Like,
just famous for famous sake.
if you have a conversation with kids nowadays, like some of them will still want to be like teachers and stuff, but like a lot of them will just be like, "Oh, I want to be a YouTube."
I
Like,
want to be an influencer, or I want to be famous. And it's like, yo, I don't know where we went wrong. I mean, and I don't even have kids yet.
it's the we went wrong, and just not even we were wrong, but just the internet got bigger. Like, because you have to
Yeah.
think, when we were younger, a lot of the shit that we did, like, nobody knows about unless we tell y'all.
To this day, I'm so fucking glad.
Bitch. Like, I kissed somebody the one time that I shouldn't have kissed, and I'm so glad. Like, I can't.
You know,
Like,
you could have. I knew I could have went viral a couple times off some shit
you
I done
feel me?
did. You
Like,
know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not. I'm not. I
I don't know.
can't.
I don't even
I
know the
mean,
remedy.
I don't know. And this also comes in the same time where like Kim and Kanye are beefing online about Saint, or not Saint, what's her name? North.
Northwest having a
Uh,
TikTok.
having a TikTok and all of this shit. Like,
And Kim is like, as long as I'm supervising, as long as I'm, right here, and she wants to express herself creatively on this platform, it's okay. But I actually did you go to these kids' pages? Have you looked at these profiles at all?
no, I mean, I've seen a couple of TikToks with North and Kim, but I haven't seen Cultures.
You know what's so nuts about it? I actually went
What?
to, I think it was North. I went to her page and I looked
Mm-hmm.
through the comments, and all I see is people, "Hey, little girl, why don't you take a picture of your mama's bank card front and back? Hey, little
No
girl,
way.
what's your mom?" So I'm talking about they are seriously like, "Hey, why don't you just go ahead and go to the bank with your mom?" And just all about embezzlement and give me some money to this child
Bitch,
under the comments. And
that's
the
insane.
video has nothing to do with finances. So it's like, yo, you can't even remain relevant, bro. Like, you just trying to get it right
Listen, I
now. Sad.
can't. I
Sad.
can't. I can't. Are we literally at the most highest point of like scammerism in like the United States history? Like,
I'm
in
glad
the
that they're
world
smart
history?
kids.
Like, thank goodness. I mean, but
Mhm.
that's because there are parents that think like us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That
that's
should
like
never happen to Blue Ivy.
it shouldn't. It shouldn't. And I honestly, like, she's grown up pretty
It never happened to
decently without, listen, and it's
I
probably, and
mean,
it's
we'll
not
see glimpses and stuff like that. That face she make with, "If you don't get the fuck out of my face," I love,
right.
I love the
It's
demeanor. It
that.
make you. I'm like, I'm not gonna fuck with her, but your
Yeah, you
kid look like a
shouldn't.
little punk, so I'm gonna go fuck with you. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. Like, I would never in my life even take a photo of Blue Ivy without her motherfucking permission. Like, she's
Listen,
about that life.
I just feel like she gonna give somebody an eye, and it's gonna be a 400-pound nigga like throwing me to the ground, like
Straight
scraping my
up,
face on the concrete and shit. Like, I don't want
I'm rushing you.
that. Yeah, no. Yeah, man. I mean, I
Would
don't know
you?
how to go ahead.
Would you allow your small child to have any type of social media that they control?
My son is 12 and he can't have any of that shit. Like, my daughter is
Good job.
10 and okay, so my daughter and my niece are the same age for about 9 months a year. So they're very,
Mhm.
very close.
Mhm.
And my sister let my niece have a TikTok, and it was cool. Like, it's fine, like, it's whatever, because like we monitor that shit very heavily. Like,
Mhm.
they're always in her friends list or whatever, shit like that. But then my daughter got one, and then like it would just be like a weird follower that would pop up, and I was like, "Ooh, honey child, guess what we about to do?
Yep.
Guess what we're about to do?
Because you
Shut
can't
this shit
take
down,
no chances.
because you can't." And it's like, I don't know. So we're like, my niece still has one. We still heavily monitor it, but after past TikTok, like, there's nothing. Like, there's no
I
Facebook,
agree.
there's no Instagram, none of that shit. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And I check my son's phone every fucking night. Like,
Mhm.
just
Good
to make sure
job.
this nigga, and also like I'll get notifications if he downloads something. Like, I'm
Yeah.
very serious about this shit. Like, it's safety, and then it's also, I don't want you to grow up with these fucking falsified standards of what somebody
Mhm.
should be, should look like, should
Exactly.
feel, should, you know what I'm saying? I don't want that. Like, I want you to grow up as authentically you as fucking
Yeah.
possible, whatever that looks like or means or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah.
I think that these sites damper that. Like,
Oh, they
you know what
absolutely
I'm saying?
do. I mean, that they perpetuate, first of all, whatever the fuck they feel like is popular at the time, right? The
Mm-hmm.
the fact that it influences attention span, it
Mm-hmm.
influences, self-esteem, it influences literally how you feel about the people around you, what you
Mm-hmm.
should be getting out of life, what you should do with your life. You see what I'm saying? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
remember I remember a time where there was like this weird game that came out that all these kids were downloading, and it was like a asphyxiation game where you playing around with choking yourself, and you supposed to stop right before you pass out.
Oh
And it was
yeah.
targeted to children, you know, and the little icon did not insinuate that it was anything like that. It looked very, very innocent, and then this like weird voice came up type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and these are adults that are targeting, and that's the
That's
scary
creepy as
part
fuck.
about it. It's like if you're a grown ass man, it's a world full of voluptuous, beautiful women, but you want to fuck with a 6-year old?
Yeah.
You know, that alone terrifies me. So yeah,
Yeah.
I get it, man. No, hell no. Hell
Yeah,
no.
I'm very cool off of all of that shit. Like,
Indeed.
yeah, like I'm not a person that's against like using my platform for them because I do, like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying. But like, other
that's
than that,
different.
like,
You can't have your
other than
own.
that,
And even then,
no,
like
not at
sometimes
all.
teenagers can't even fucking be trusted because they be on some
Not
sneaky
really.
shit. So, you know what I'm
Not
saying?
really.
Like hell no.
Like, mm-mm. All right, let's move on. Let's get back into some Florida news because you know bad things come into in Florida. Guys, there. Okay, so we all know since the beginning of time, since they've been making these bills and these fucking rules and shit for us, right? They love to sneak something in, right? This bill is kind of not really sneaky. This is very like upfront.
Blatantly.
This is what we want. The bill is SB like Bravo 148 if y'all want to go look it up. And it is basically a bill that would stop private schools and private businesses from inflicting discomfort to white people. Oh, sorry, not private schools, public schools and private businesses
Mm-hmm.
from inflicting discomfort to white people during lessons or training about discrimination. So basically, they want you to stop making white people feel bad for all the atrocities that they've committed against every other person in the in the world. And that's a clear representation of what's happening, right? Like, and this all stems from this fucking conservative fucking bullshit about critical race theory. For some reason, somebody woke up and was like, hey, Republicans, let me tell you what critical race theory is. Critical race theory is when basically we just teach you that white people are racist as fuck and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, you just have to learn how to live with it. That's not what the fuck critical race theory is. Like, and I
At
wish
all.
that if all you motherfuckers that are making these videos, these TikToks, these fucking reels about this shit, if y'all would just like literally use the Google, or
That's how I got through college.
like bitch,
It keeps.
like never would have made it. Like, listen, critical race theory is basically saying, hey, it's not individual people that are racist, it's the institutions, it's the policies, it's the things that we're structured to live in that are causing these conflicts and things between people and races and national and all of that shit. That's what the fuck critical race theory is.
Right.
It is not picking on white people. We don't wake up to fucking pick on you. Now, will we wake up to fucking tell you about yourself? Absolutely. But that's a fucking difference. So we could just start making bills. So where is the bill?
So fucking extreme, man.
Where is the bill for us though? So I can have white people from stop inflicting discomfort for me in my everyday life. Like, where's that bill? Like,
so they'll make laws for us. They make bills for them. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to just I no longer want to feel bad. That means that you do feel bad and you want this guilt to go away. Well, you don't want to do your due diligence. You don't want to instruct or train your kids to not hate another motherfucker just off some stupid shit. You just want it to disappear. Like,
we just want you to shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah, that's it. Like, how is that even possible? And then you really went that far. The state senate went that far to like, okay, yeah, that sounds about right. Like, what the where's the checks and balances at?
Hitting the fucking gavel, like, all right, next. You're right. I don't like being in discomfort. You're right, but like,
right. But we getting choked and stabbed, and we getting no knock warranted, and we getting killed in the sleep and on the streets, and we can't get shit the fuck past for us. But y'all just don't want to feel bad. Smokingdick.com.
I just don't want you to remind me of some fucked up shit that happened in the past, and then I can't sleep about it. Like, instead of trying to figure out how you can tear that,
how you can heal the situation, how you can come together, bring people. You see what I'm saying? How you could erase it that way by forward moving and positive action. But you know they don't operate that way.
Movement and positive action after a certain amount of time, then Come on now.
We will be able to forget about it and shut the fuck up because it's no longer alive. But you can't turn around and say, oh, I have this big ass Rottweiler right here. He might bite you, but just ignore him. Like, I want you to operate like nothing's like he ain't on a leash or nothing.
If you don't look at him in the eyes, it's fine.
The fuck out of here.
I mean, listen, what's so funny about all of this? Girl, I don't know. I say this every night before I close my eyes. Like, what the fuck is we about to do? But like, listen, and what's so crazy about this critical race theory shit and the fact that this bill has been passed? This bill, at the end of the day, I feel like this bill was only passed because Republicans and Fox News and shit is trying to make people think that critical race theory is a requirement in schools, and it's fucking not. It's literally not a fucking requirement any fucking where. Like, no fucking where. I literally could not find a single fucking place that critical race theory was like absolutely on the syllabus.
So you have to you have to opt in to that conversation. You know what I'm saying? So if you opt into that particular conversation, but you're not strong enough to handle it, bitch, drop the class. Don't pass a fucking bill.
Go write a paper in the library. Like, I don't listen. When I didn't want to dissect the baby shark, I went and wrote a paper about it. So maybe you could do that instead.
There are other options.
I don't know. But it's just like, if they weren't perpetuating that falsehood about it being fucking required in schools and shit, then I don't even know that this bill would have even seen the light of day.
Probably not.
So now we have this bill that's restricting already restrictive teaching.
Mm-hmm.
Because now we have to accommodate for all of the white tiers.
So if it's already about a third of the truth, a third of their truth, none of our truth. Now it's about to get sugar coated. It's about. I mean, I'm just afraid for the generations to come, right? That really truly would like to get into it. That can handle the conversations. That never will be able to. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like they always want to change the rules to fit them, and what the agenda is, and that's some overly unfair ass motherfucking fuck shit. If I could say fuck again.
You can. It's just like when you go to somebody's house and they like making up rules that you ain't never heard of on Uno. Like,
they're like playing Uno with a motherfucker that don't know the rules and they making up their own goddamn.
And they're like, well, you hurt my feelings when you put that draw four down.
Right. So now nobody can ever use draw fours again.
Take them all out.
And give them all to me.
Right. And I'll use them as I want to.
All of them. As I see fit. Head ass. The
draw fuck 36.
Which I will do on your ass when you play stacks, triples, and doubles, because I do make up my own rules.
Listen, stacks, triples, and doubles that's a rule. Like, I don't even play with niggas that don't know those.
Regular Uno take too fucking long. So yeah, we stacking this bitch up.
Like, I might as well play Monopoly if I want to be here for 12 hours.
Oh shit. That's a real long bill.
But yeah, this is some fuck shit. Like I said, it's SB like Bravo 148 if y'all want to go read about it. I don't know if there's nothing y'all can do, but y'all can read about it.
A petition needs to be started. I know that still works.
What even happens with petitions? I was gonna say, does that even work still?
That's what I'm gonna say. I think like obviously certain amount of signatures, then whatever legislation level will have to begin to listen to you and take you serious. I don't know what civil level it is. I don't know if it's like super local or if it's like your county first and it has to branch out. But I feel like maybe a petition need to be started, like for real, by white people.
Where else? That's what I'm saying. Where are all the white people that swear to God they be right here with us? Like,
right, like where the allies at?
This is your time to shine, guys. So
come on, you've been the folk cookouts. That bitch get to work.
You done tasted two of my auntie's mac and cheese. It's time for you to get.
You was electric sliding with Uncle G. I'm gonna need you to get your ass out there on the podium. With them signatures, Beth. Listen, okay.
After them four hops, Beth is out this line and on this computer. Listen, I don't know, but okay, let's move on. And this is an interesting story, but of course, as usual, I've got thoughts on my brain about it. A man posed as women on a dating app to lure niggas to his house to drug them and sexually assault them. 32 years old. The only question I
What
have
state was this
is,
in?
I don't. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, LA. I don't know. Yes, Los
Yep.
Angeles.
LAPD.
Yes.
This is a nigga. I'm sorry.
It's
I don't
definitely a
know what
nigga.
I mean.
Oh, no, it's literally a nigga. But because it's a nigga, that's why I have these questions, right? Are we, and I'm not saying, listen, I need to be very clear. You guys know how fucking candid I speak to y'all on this. So y'all know, take everything I say, knowing that most of it's a joke, right? But listen, for real. No, like for real, like no joke, like for real. Are we so fucking scared of homosexuality as a fucking race that this person felt like this is the only way he can get a nigga to come over to his house? Like, because other than that, I literally can't see, like, he didn't try to get money from these dudes. He wasn't robbing these dudes. Because that's the first thing I thought. I'm like, oh, he pretended to be a bitch, got these niggas over, beat these niggas up, and robbed them and put them outside with their drawers on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, because that's some shit that I would have heard before. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, we're talking about a man posing as a woman, having these niggas come to the house being like, oh, that's my cousin or whatever. She's in the back getting ready. And then offering these niggas a beer or something. And now they're drugged and now he's sexually assaulting them. And there's no cousin in the background. Like, and he didn't run your pockets and he didn't steal your Jordans. Like, this is why I'm asking this question. Like, why?
I try to come from a place where I can understand. You know, like, you ever try to just put yourself in the mental space of a crazy motherfucker, right? To just come to some type of conclusion or make it make sense. Sometimes, Chris, shit don't make no motherfucking sense. Sometimes it's not supposed to make no goddamn sense. Because I'm just trying to, if we try to make it make sense, the only thing I could really think of is this man hates himself that much. And if you try to pull it into a conclusion, yes, the hatred, first of all, that you have for yourself is going to, one, cause you to be something that you are not. So, you know,
very true.
Either that or he had maybe some previous jailhouse experiences that maybe he's not too proud of, but he can't get out his system, right? And you don't know that festers. You don't really know how to express. And then you rationalize these crazy motherfucking things, and then you ends up acting on that shit. And when it works one time, you like, oh shit, it could possibly work again. You see what I'm saying? And then you fuck around, you have a serial fucker on your hands. And you know what I mean? You don't know how he was, I ain't that crazy. I got issues, Chris. But it's nothing. I can't even find the first step and the second step to make that shit make sense
at all. There is a clear, concise line in the sand where my craziness just does not compute, like,
at all.
He did this to 3 people, and like, this is why I like. You're right. He has to, like, there has to be something that's unresolved in him, right?
Completely
that's making him do this. But here's the thing, though, like, there's literally websites for this. Like, there's dating apps for you to get other dudes to talk to you
secretively, very low key,
very low key. Like, there's places and there's a space for people like that. You know
what
I'm saying?
More spaces for gay men than lesbians, and it's especially the apps. You know what I mean? So, in 9 times out of 10, they want a discreet encounter. So it's like, you really got to be a malicious motherfucker to do some shit like that, like a self-hating malicious person to do something like that, because 9 times out of 10, like 75% of that world is discreet.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's where I came from with that initial question. Like, are we so afraid of that like we're marginalizing people, not to like be doing this per se, but kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like,
this is definitely an outlier. It's an extreme case or some shit like that. Right? But
very,
obviously,
very, very, very extreme. very extreme. But like, are we making people so uncomfortable with being themselves that like this is what we end up with?
I
And
don't see how when motherfuckers is more themselves now than ever. I mean, it's kids
you're
coming out the
right.
closet, so there's no.
You're right.
You have to choose. I mean, in real life, like your life is like a culmination of yeses and nos. Like, you know, when you break it all the way down.
Sure,
So
sure.
that's some self shit. Like, you gotta really put yourself in a box that nobody else is constructing but you, to even think that you have to operate that way. Because it's
Right.
more self shit. I'm being myself. I mean, motherfuckers is a grown man. Let me go ahead and give you this. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. A very, very
Okay.
grown Caucasian man
Okay.
had cowboy boots on. Where your toes would be, he painted the fucking he painted the boots. He had on fishnets. He had on a skirt. Then he had on
Wait.
like
He painted toes on the shoe.
painted toes on the boots,
I was
baby.
trying to figure if he just gave it a quick swipe across or he was
Nope.
like 5
He painted
individual.
toes on the
Okay.
boots.
Okay.
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 Fishnets. He had this like a tulle skirt. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And then had
Yeah.
a real rugged top half, like he was a biker and shit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I'm like,
Okay.
what the fuck is going on? If he can be himself,
If he can be himself,
everybody
Adrian
can
Evelyn should have had an issue being himself.
at all.
Cause I don't know. It doesn't
You
make
can't put
sense to me.
yourself in the mind of a crazy man, Chris. Don't do it.
I be really trying to.
I know you. You
I be
gonna get
really
stuck
trying to
in that
like.
motherfucker. You better stop trying.
I just like it really like it's really something for me when I can like really just try to make sense of some shit that doesn't make sense. Like so I really do try to,
Some
but
other
it's
shit I
not
really can. I've been able to like put myself in the mental space of like and these are extreme cases in my, like a
of course.
mom who goes kind of crazy and
Mm-hmm.
kills her children,
Mm-hmm.
PTSD, what's that called? Postpartum and
Postpartum. Mm-hmm.
you could, but there are elements about those things that you could understand. There are zero elements about this. Ain't no 2 or 2 to put together.
You right,
It's like a
bitch.
14 and a 6. You get negative 37. You don't know what the fuck.
It's like 22 and apple. Like I got it.
And it's not 22 apples, nigga. So
Oh shit. Okay. Final story. Listen, speaking about goofy shit, right? A security guard got in trouble for being bored. And listen, as a person who is a security guard supervisor, my boyfriend's a security guard supervisor, okay? He works he works from like 7 to like 5 a.m. There are nice pockets of that time where this nigga is bored out of his mind.
with nothing to do.
Nothing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to do. Okay? So I want to sympathize that niggas get bored being security guards. I get that. But this man is accused of ruining $1 million painting because he got so bored he just picked up a pen and was like,
Doodle.
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 So here I'm gonna show y'all the picture real quick because this is important. Is it?
He didn't make it look no better, bro.
He really didn't. So it is a picture. It's this, hold on, let me just show it to you. Where is my, come on. Always with this, guys. Always with this. Here we go. Here's the picture, guys. It's ugly anyway. Like, I don't really understand what you're trying to tell me. But if you look at the 2 smaller guys in the back, something's different about them. They've got these like weird, creepy looking like beady eyes. I just want to let you guys know that was not part of the original picture. This is what the security guard decided to do while he was bored.
I would like to point out the one on the left.
Yes.
The one of the pupils is going in and the other pupil is going out.
I'm gonna assume that's when he was like, oh, let me stop. Let me stop fucking around. But y'all, okay. It's happened in Russia. It is a picture from a Soviet artist that's worth about $1 million, which I don't really understand, but go off.
Million
they
for
ain't got no
what?
face.
Some hair and some
$1 million.
shoulders?
Like in ugly hair, like in really long necks. I don't really understand it, but it's from 1930s Soviet era. And they are in an uproar about it. He got charged with vandalism after it's, and if you guys want to know the medium for all you artists out there, if you guys want to know the medium that he used to draw these eyeballs, it was a ballpoint pen.
He used a charcoal brush with a
big ballpoint. So
the Easy Glide. Them joints is nice though.
I love those fuckers. Listen, somebody want to know the key to my heart? A pack of those. Listen, so if he'd used the Easy Glide, that nigga on the left would have had better eyeballs.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't have been cockeyed. Right out. One eye looking at you, the other eye looking for you. You don't know what to do.
Not for you. So he got bored, okay, and he drew on a fucking picture. But how about this is his first day at work?
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
It was his first day security guarding at a museum, and he did not know to not. Who hired this motherfucker? He shouldn't even be in trouble. The hiring manager for that goddamn company who placed him on that site needs to fucking be in trouble. What does resume say?
Even more funny, he's a 60-year-old man. Like, he not even like a 21-year-old, like, goofy ass kid. Like, this nigga is very grown. He was contracted by a private security organization. He even admitted that the pen was from the museum, so he ain't like bring that shit himself or nothing. Like, so.
Why the fuck does that matter? Like, it was your pen. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
If you wouldn't have your pen out, I'd never did this shit.
I don't use pencils like that. Next time, put a pencil out.
Listen, so he did this shit overnight. The fucking exhibit opens up the next day, and niggas is like, "What the fuck is this?" They literally had to go tell, like, "Yo, come look at this picture. Y'all don't see this shit." Like, that's when they found out he did it. He admitted to it or whatever. He might have to spend 3 months in prison. He's definitely going to be fined for it. Here's the thing that's killing me. And I don't know if it's like, I don't know nothing about artwork, and I guess maybe this amount makes sense to them. But in order to take those eyes off, it's going to cost them $3,400.
So I used to curate art galleries when I was younger. Really, I used to do a whole bunch of different shit. And the person that specializes in restoration gets bags. I'm talking about, because it's normally, obviously they collect their antique, people collect fine art. So as long as somebody puts a value on it, they can charge however much a percentage of how much the painting actually costs, or how long it takes for them to fix it, hourly charge, the type shit. But that type of work pays really, really well, obviously, as you can see. Restoring color or taking off, blemishes or, removing cracks type shit. Man, like, yeah, you get a bag for that, for real.
And I guess, like, it's not just like a nigga just gonna take a piece of white paint.
Eraser.
Right, so I get, like, there has to be like a lot of color matching, and then it is a picture too, so you run the risk of maybe like ruining it forever and shit. But like, or
look like you removing a tattoo, that little shadow still be there. You don't want that, so yeah, he got to go in for real.
Or worst case, he could just add eyes to the nigga in the front, and then
call it a remix. Can we do that?
Still for that $3,400 though. Maybe get some eyebrows. But listen, that shit was just very funny to me. Like, it was the fact that it was his first day and he was 60 years old that just really took me out, and nobody never understands
after that.
Not at all.
Like, what you do? Ain't you him?
Check his pockets and shit.
Exactly. You got no pants on you, do you?
Oh shit. Okay, that's it. That's the end of the show. We went through all topics.
Let me give you this.
time for the one up for the week. I said that I was gonna kind of tie mine in with Valentine's Day, and it's basically like, y'all, at the end of the day, Hallmark made this shit up. So stop worrying about what the fuck other people are getting, what the fuck other people are doing, and find something today to do with yourself. Like, if you don't have nobody to do it with, or whenever the fuck. Like, just let's stop making Valentine's Day about like other people being in love when you're not, and just fucking learn to love yourself. Like, that's it.
That's
you got
a good
something
one.
for me?
Absolutely. My one up for the week is simply this. Look, if you find something that you're passionate about and that you love, please don't let anybody take that away from you. Don't thwart away from that. Don't meander off into a different category because somebody doesn't agree with it. Your path is not supposed to be paved by anybody else but you. So even if it don't make sense to another motherfucker around you, as long as it makes sense to you. Mine is dressing up as a woman and fucking dudes, not that type of shit.
I was gonna say dudes that wasn't expecting to come and fucking fuck you.
Exactly. Obviously on a positive note when it comes to your focus in the future. Don't let nobody take that away from you.
For sure. I love that. That's great. Okay, Boonie, this is the time where you plug all your shit real quick. And of course, I'll have it all in the show notes.
Okay. So if you want to get to know me, talk to me, contact me, you can find me at ElevatedNatAD on Facebook. You can find me at Boonie Tha God on Facebook. You can find me at ElevatedNatAD on Instagram. Boonie Tha God on Instagram. At Ducks Drip or Dry music review show. I am the co-host of that show. Yes. So if you got any unreleased music and you want to figure out if your shit drip or if your shit dry, you can send that unreleased sauce in and we can fuck around with it together. I'm on all streaming platforms, BOONIETHAGOD, and it's all love from here.
Yeah. Thank you so much for kicking it with me today. So special.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let Boonie get back to her busy schedule. I am Chris. Episode 142 is in the books. Let's go. Come on, greedy grapes. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.